Hello, my friends. For those of you that are watching this on Facebook or on my LinkedIn or on my YouTube channel, I want to welcome all of you. Let me take a look, see who's here. Now, we just started boot camp last night. So if any of you have any questions, please type them into the chat. And tonight at 9 o'clock on my Wisdom Wednesday broadcast, we're going to be talking about something that will put to rest for all of you, once and for all, any fear you have about talking to anybody that has a negative attitude about network marketing. And for those of you that are students, you already have all of that background information to deal with it. You know, the truth is that if anybody has a negative attitude about network marketing, the truth is that you've got better information than they do. Their issues are many times justified. And we've got probably 40 different case studies of people that were having conversations with someone that had a negative attitude, bad experience. And yet they ended up getting in the business. All right. So let me, again, anybody have any questions? So Johanna's got a question. Steve's got questions. Let me come down here and take a look at who else is here. Let me come over here on LinkedIn and first, let's look at So let's unmute Summer first. Then we're gonna talk to Thomas. Then we'll jump into Johanna and then Steve.
Sorry
So,
if you hear my daughter in the background.
yeah, hi, Summer.
Hi.
So what are you on LinkedIn for?
I had to sign up for it back when I was in college because I went to college for oil and gas industry as a measurement technician, and they required us to have a LinkedIn account. So that's kind of how I started out on it. And
How long ago was that?
back in 2018. So
Okay. That was right after Microsoft bought them and started to add a lot of the features that Facebook had. Okay. So you've had the page, and what have you been doing with it for the last, let's say, 2 years?
not much. It's just kind of I go into it once every so often. I connect with obviously working in the gas industry, like their leaders and stuff.
Hmm.
But other than that, I don't really do much with it. But I wanted to, get into using it more for my marketing.
Okay, and what do you plan on marketing?
So I had a friend reach out to me last year because I had gotten scammed on Indeed looking for a from home job. I got scammed $210, and she reached out to me about Melaleuca, and that's who I started working with while I went back to work full time, working 10-hour days. So I'd been doing it part time, and then I got pregnant again, and so I kind of want to turn it into a full time thing.
Gotcha. So, what? Okay, so you're building a Melaleuca business, and frankly, it's really easy to do, especially on on social network like LinkedIn or Facebook. And so the first thing you have to do is, well, let me ask you, uh, so what, are you working now or you just home taking care of the kids?
I'm currently on maternity leave because I had just had my last daughter in March.
Uh-huh.
So I've been working, on my Melaleuca. I'm up to a D4,
Really?
but yeah, but I'm feeling more stuck because I have moved a lot growing up. So I'm in Pennsylvania now and I haven't lived here very long. So my kind of like group of people is hard to find, I guess.
It's funny that you say that because most of the people that are in Melaleuca are taught the old school method of talking to people that going to the people that, so if you're in a new area and you don't know a lot of people, you're kind of hanging out there with no opportunities.
Yeah, and that was kind of the trick with it. She does a lot of in homes, and I'm like, well, I don't really know a lot of people around here working in the gas industry. You work with just, grown men, and they don't really care what they eat or put in their bodies. So it's kind of hard to, reach out to them and their wives without it being awkward.
Oh, for sure. For sure. And of course, the other part of it is, so how many children you have? Two?
Too.
And one is just a couple of months old.
Yeah, she's actually a month and a half old, and the other one is 15 months old. So very close together.
Yeah. But that's boys, girls.
Two girls.
Super. That's it's great that you got two
Yes.
because They can grow up together, hopefully be best friends. So the whole idea of building a business on a social network, and the reason it's so critical in today's world. See, a lot of people, and this goes hand in hand with what we're going to be talking about tonight, because a lot of people over the years have had negative results with network marketing, and they harbor tremendous resentment. The scam doesn't work. I wasted time. I wasted money. And the truth is, people have just been given the wrong information. Now, Melaleuca is a great company, but you'll run into all kinds of people that love the products, but they can't build the business. Why? Because they're in the same situation you're in. You know, they're new to an area. In fact, one of our case studies, we had a classic example of a woman that had worked in retail. She had been a retail manager for like 22 years for a company. And then what happened was the store closed, went bankrupt. So she moved to another town. They didn't have any big stores. So there was no place for her to go to get a job that would pay her what she was used to making before. And then on top of that, now that she's in a new area, she doesn't know anybody. And so working with one of my coaching students, we developed a relationship, a really a solid online friendship over 5 months. And then she was anxious to look at the business. And when we told her the name of the company, she says, "Oh, somebody just told me about that a few weeks ago. And I knew about that company before, and frankly, it's not for me." So we kind of thought about it for a while, gave it a couple of days, and then we went back to her and said, "You know, been thinking about what you told us. And the way you described your experience would say to me that whoever told you about the business was using the old school method of going out and telling your friends, chasing your family." And to be honest, and I'm very familiar with the strategy and the presentation used by these people in my company. And it turns off a lot of people. As a matter of fact, if somebody had told me about the company and used that approach, it wouldn't have been for me either. The truth is, there's an easier way to do it, faster way to do it, and you have more access to better people. And so, would you mind telling me why you said, after it was presented to you, why you say it's not for you? And so sure enough, I'm new to an area. I don't know anybody. And then she made another comment about the fact that besides, I like to hold things in my hands when I buy things. I don't like to go, if I can't buy it in the store where I can pick it up and touch it, I don't buy it. When COVID hit a couple of years ago, if I went to the store, they didn't have it, I did without. So in it, we addressed both of her concerns. We told her first that there's an easier way to do it. And second, as far as buying things and having to touch it, there are things that we buy at the store that we don't have to touch. I mean, every week we go to the store, We buy the same thing and we bring it home. I used to do the same thing with dog food. Once every week or once every 2 weeks, I'd go to PetSmart and I'd buy dog food and I'd lug it home. Well, Chewy put an end to that. And even the stores themselves now will let you buy things online and deliver it. So there's no reason for me to go to the store. Plus, it's convenient to have that stuff delivered directly to my house. And so at the end of the day, came back to the woman and we said, look, what are you going to do? You're never going to find a place that's going to hire you. Plus, she was older and pay you the kind of salary that you were used to making. There are no stores in your area. Now, if you can put aside the negative feelings you have about the presentation and allow me to show you how you're going to build this on the internet, on LinkedIn specifically, I'd be delighted to show you. Now, you have to keep in the back of your mind that when you're talking to a prospect, you're thinking three things. They're thinking first, is this real? Is this something that I can do? Is it something that's real? Is it something I can do? And are you going to help me? Those are the three things they're thinking. Right? And so when you put those questions aside, the person's more open to looking at it. And sure enough, she ended up coming in the business. And I understand now she's a senior director. So the person that originally presented the business out of the deal. And my student has got a firebrand under her, and you're all heading in the same direction. And when you're looking to talk to people, you need to be thinking quality over quantity. All right, so let's come back over here. And what I'm going to do, let me find something for you. We just started our May boot camp. And I'm going to put a link in here for you with a with a significant discount, and we have a Mother's Day special. So check the chat. And we'll help you get set up. All right. Now let me come back over here. Let me unmute Thomas.
Good afternoon, Max.
How are you?
I'm great. Yourself?
I can tell you something. I feel like I think my wife made me some cappuccino for lunch, and she has this sneaky habit of loading it up with espresso. And so I think I'm having one of those days. I mean, I am just on fire. Now, we started to work with you this morning about your profile
Yeah,
and what you're going to find the other year. And I meant to call you, and it's just been a crazy day. In fact, what I could do, if it's not too late, I can give you a call maybe in 2 hours.
that's fine.
All right. Because this is where you tell your story. Okay. And you have terrific um, credentials. You're clearly an entrepreneur. And what we did this morning, we put the Army in. And
Yeah.
this is going to open tremendous doors for you. Let me Now, you all have access to over 1 billion people. So it all comes down to conversation. All right. I'm going to give you an example of what happens when you say the right things to the right people. So I'm going to jump out of my account. And again, I'm just going to keep repeating every time it comes up. Stay away from the new LinkedIn app. You're not going to like it. So let's pop over here. And so Johanna is talking to Dan Welch. Now let's just step back for just a second, okay? So let's look at Johanna's network. So she's got, and all of you have the same situation. She has 6,400 people that she's directly connected to. Right, first level. So every time you make a connection with someone, their connections are on your second level. So she's got 6,200 people that she's directly connected to. These 6,200 people are connected to people. They connect her to 1 billion, 20 million people. Now, LinkedIn only has 1 billion, 50 million people. All right. Now, all we have to do, she just wrote to us. Put your cursor in there. She can see that you see it, see that you read it. So she is looking for work. An experienced leader with a demonstrated history of working in the health, wellness, and fitness industry. So so she's worked at this athletic club and spa for 9 years. The question is, what is she doing now? So you've been talking to her since March. Looking for a new career. So she likes coaching and mentoring people. Now you could have 10 conversations like this every day. Okay, Summer, all of the boot camp sessions are recorded. Okay, let me hop over here. So as soon as you register, you're going to have access to the May boot camp. The first session, creating your profile, was here. It was last night. But in addition to that, you're going to have the recorded sessions for last month's boot camp, which had an extra. You have create, connect, communicate, close, and the daily routine of top earners. So last night we did create. Tomorrow night we have connect. And you could watch these things at your leisure. Additionally, you're going to have access to the profile guide and our scripts book. And you'll catch up in no time at all. So let's come back over here. So this is the strategy. She likes doing the same things that Johanna likes doing. No wonder LinkedIn suggested we connect. So what does a ballroom design business entail? Well, all right. I'm well, we already talked about this, okay? So let's come down here. I dream about where I can set my own hours. I mean, this woman, what do you know about the network marketing business model? I don't know much about it. I had no experience. I'm gonna All right, she's interested. And what I said about short answers. We'll do a coaching session with her. It's all about conversation, okay? So you're talking to Dan. Dan Welch. Okay. So he was a Advocare distributor. Construction project manager until April. So he was with his company for 11 years. And he's got himself down there as an independent distributor. Which would imply that he really wasn't any kind of a leader. Okay, so he was trying to build a team. Now, one of the things we talk about is the importance of posting. So we're going to come over here. Well, I went twice. Well, a better question would have been not what are the problems, when did you stop working with them? Because I think it was 2015, They were all basically shut down by the Federal Trade Commission. All right, now. Let me log out of your account. Now, folks, there is an easy way to do this. And there's a hard way to do it. Easy way, follow my scripts word for word. And Steve, looks like they got a
You got the wrong Steve, Max.
oh. Story of my life today. Let me go back over here.
There it is. So Danny said, I'm not a fan, so I wrote a message, haven't sent it yet. And Patrick is trying to convince himself. And Sarah said, I'm interested.
Okay, so let's take a look at the one that said I'm not a fan.
That's Danny. That's him. My reply is not there.
Okay, so he said I'm not a fan. All right. Were you going to send me a copy of your?
I lost it.
Okay. Well,
But I was going to say, I understand and I agree with you. Many people are not a fan, and most of them is because they don't understand it and never been educated, or have had a bad experience because they had improper training. Just curious, why are you not a fan?
okay. The way you want to respond back would be when I'm not a fan. So what you do is you come back and you say, look at his profile. Sales. Aflac. Who's been in sales? So what you want to do is you come back and say, considering all of your previous experience, I'm not surprised that you're not a fan. Because most people today have the impression that in order to be successful in the business, you have to chase your friends, your family, and acquaintances to be successful. The question is, what is it about network marketing that makes you say you're not a fan? What is it that you know or think you know about network marketing? I don't blame you. A lot of people are not fans of network marketing because they've been poorly taught. They've been taught the wrong stuff. So what you want to know is why. What is it about his experience, that turns him off to it? But but you have to do it. He talks to you. He's
Right.
communicating with you. So I'm aware. So it comes down to getting him to talk to you. Tell me, why, based on what you know about the business, aren't you, what is it about what you know that makes you say you're not a fan? Then, and again, we could start out by saying, hey, I'm not surprised people have that attitude because many people are told old school methods. Maybe people, a lot of people aren't fans because their perception of the business is they have to talk to their family, friends, neighbors. So I get that you're not a fan. As a matter of fact, if I had to do the business that way, I wouldn't be in it either. You got to find out from him, what is it? Why? What is it that turns him off to the business? And that's the thing that we're going to be talking about tonight. All right. Who was the other one?
Patrick and Sarah. Sarah's ready to go. So, I've just got to send her. And do I send her the long message or the short message, like the 3 things that it takes to be successful in network marketing? Sarah Wilson. The next one.
Oh, yeah. This very sharp lady.
She's the one that turned down a job for family because of family reasons.
Right. When's our next coaching session?
Week from yesterday.
Reach out to me tomorrow and let me check my schedule. See if we can find 30 minutes because we don't want to wait that long because she's very, very sharp. Okay, so reach out to me tomorrow.
Okay.
And who was the other one?
Patrick.
But let me just step back for just a second, okay? I want you all to look at this. Johanna, I want you especially to look at this. Because Steve is following the scripts word for word. He's not putting in his own commentary. Okay? Which makes it easy and simple. What you were typing to that person is not duplicatable. So first he sends, I sent this to a good friend. Why do you want to leave your current job? My position was eliminated. What do you like best about it? It's on vacation. My favorite part of the job was finding solutions for problems. Okay? What kind of jobs are you going to be applying for? Do you notice how his messages are short and she's writing a lot? Talent acquisition. Okay, so now we come down here. Now this is our transition line. With your previous experience in talent acquisition, and since you like business development and sales, there are many opportunities available. You might available to you right now where you could be very successful. What do you know about the network marketing business model? I don't know a ton, but I'm a quick learner. But notice between messages, he's posting. So we did this together. I'm not surprised that you've heard about network marketing. When I use the term, I'm referring to companies like Amway, Nu Skin, Avon, and Mary Kay. Your previous experience, your previous leadership and training experience, along with your ability to learn things fast, would be a big plus. So everything that he's saying here is totally duplicatable. Johanna, let me ask you, do you type fast?
No, I don't type really fast.
Yeah. Because typically when people write that much, it's because they're very fast typers. But we've already been through this, okay? You know, you have to, it's not about you, it's about them. Okay. And so just look at his. What, if any, experience have you had with companies? Now, we found out that, remember, these people are interviewing. So he keeps sending a message. I know what you're supposed about turning down a job because you're putting your family first. Perhaps I should provide you with more information about the network marketing business model. Would you like to know more? You know, we can do, what I'll do, Steve, is I'll strip out, we're going to turn this into a case study for everybody. Okay. What I'll do is I will strip out the names. So when we go over it, nobody's going to connect it. Okay. But I mean, we've got a half a dozen case studies already like this. Because what you have to do is you have to show her the business so that they understand it. Your job, all of you, is very simple. Identify somebody that clearly has a need. Well, she clearly has a need. Plus, she has the experience. She's got the skills. She would excel in your business. And the best part about it is she wants a job. She's got kids. She wants to be home with her kids. So that's what we have to emphasize as we're showing her the business. All the things that you like to do, all the things that you like to do, you can do having your own business from home, and you still have close ties to your kids. Nothing better. So I'm going to pull it. I'm going to go back into your account later. I'm going to pull this out. We'll make it a case study. And tomorrow night, we have our second session of boot camp, connecting with people. And all I can say, it's all about who you talk to. There's a reason why Sam is closing one person a day. Francisco closes 8 out of 10 people he talks to. Remember, it's not about you, it's about them. The more you talk, you're actually, believe it or not, hurting yourself. Because the person that's reading all this commentary and everything else is going, wow, she may be successful, but I could never do that. Never do that. Okay. Summer, I will keep my eye out for you in boot camp. What you can do is send me the email address and the passwords that you use to log into your LinkedIn account and your Facebook account if you have one. And we'll use you as a case study and, show you how to get yours set up. All right. So I'm telling you, folks, over the next 90 days, you all will experience significant growth. It's all about talking.
So you want me to still reach out to you in the morning?
Yeah, reach out to me. Yeah, reach out to me in the morning.
Okay, got it.
All right. As for the rest of you, I will be back tonight at 9 o'clock. We're going to tackle people that have a negative attitude about network marketing, because let me just tell you, it's tragic that so many people today have a negative attitude about network marketing, but it's not entirely undeserved. There are people out there that teach the wrong stuff. I was just talking to someone that, got involved with the Transact card, and they changed their name to Farnmore or something, Fenmore, and now they're totally out of the deal. There are certain things about network marketing that work. I have a good friend who was a Manatech presidential, worked with him years ago. And Dwight Havener, his family was in the piano business. They had 4 different stores on the west coast of Florida. They sold all kinds of pianos. And he was a terrific piano player. His wife, Susan, was a network marketer. So they got married, and his wife is bringing in some big bucks, and he's working hard in the family business. And so he says, wouldn't it be nice if I could do something with Susan together? And she was already a successful network marketer, but he couldn't get excited about the business that she was in. So they went shopping. They actually paid someone that was a network marketing consultant to research the industry, and he introduced them to Manatech. And they paid this guy a lot of money. What they got was great information. They were able to jump into the business. In 8 months, they were at the top of the company, presidential. And the bottom line is, it's all about what you know, and then applying what you know. There's no need to complicate it. There's no need to reinvent the wheel. The scripts that I'm giving you work. Use them. Remember, it's not about you. It's about them. We'll be back tonight at 9 o'clock. Until next time, best of luck in building your business, and God bless.